In the wake of large-scale missile impacts reported in the region, the U.S. military posture shifts without hesitation. A combat readiness alert spreads across multiple commands at the same time. Air Force mobility units, Marine elements, and fighter squadrons all receive the same message. The directive is simple: move now, prepare now, execute now. Once the order lands, the entire machine starts turning at once. Marines are moved quickly from living quarters to the airfield in buses, packed shoulder to shoulder. At the ramp, a C-17 Globemaster III waits on the tarmac with its rear door already lowered. The aircraft isn't being prepared slowly, it's already in position, already ready to be filled. As the first groups step up the ramp, ground teams begin feeding the jet with equipment. Everything is happening simultaneously, not in sequence. Forklifts roll in with pallets, while flatbeds line up behind them like a conveyor. Portable generators, sealed ammo boxes, communications cases, and medical loads move toward the ramp. Handlers call out positions, push cargo into place, and lock it down in tight order. Straps cinch, chains bite, and the cargo bay becomes a packed grid of people and supplies. The load is built for speed, both to fly and to unload fast. This aircraft isn't even the final stop. The plan calls for a quick hop to another base to collect additional personnel and more gear. Only after that does the fully loaded aircraft push toward the forward region. That's how a surge works. One flight becomes a chain, and the chain becomes a pipeline. The goal isn't one arrival, it's continuous throughput. At another base nearby, additional C-17s are already being filled in parallel. Cargo teams guide armored vehicles up the ramps with inches to spare. Light tactical buggies, armored trucks, MRAP-type vehicles, and support platforms are positioned in rows. Each vehicle is chocked, chained, and balanced to keep the aircraft stable in flight. Multiple aircraft, multiple loads, one coordinated surge. Elsewhere, on a different flight line, the preparation looks different, but the urgency is the same. Mechanics work through fighter aircraft that may be tasked for sustained operations in the coming days. Jets are inspected from nose to tail, panels opened, systems checked, and faults cleared immediately. Avionics are tested, radars verified, and wiring is reviewed section by section. No shortcuts, because the next sorties depend on perfect readiness. Weapons crews move in with carts and hoists, loading guided munitions and air-to-air missiles. Engine covers come off, intakes are checked, and fuel systems are verified. Every step is repeated with the same discipline: inspect, confirm, secure, and sign off. These aircraft aren't being prepared for one quick run. They're being set for continuous cycles. The tempo is built for days, not hours. Back inside the hangars, soldiers go through the quiet part of mobilization. Duffel bags open, rucksacks are filled, and personal gear is laid out in rows. Uniforms, boots, hygiene kits, and essentials are packed for an open-ended timeline. This isn't a short rotation with a clear return date. It's deployment preparation with unknown duration. As evening falls, the next command hits: prepare for boarding. Troops form into columns outside the hangar and move as a unit toward their assigned aircraft. They climb the ramp, find their seats, and settle into the metal and webbing interior. The cabin fills with equipment noise, clipped instructions, and the steady pressure of time. Everything is happening under a tightening schedule. Loadmasters run final checks, cargo locks, strap tension, head counts, and last-minute confirmations. Then the ramp begins to rise, and the aircraft seals shut. One by one, the transports taxi out, lining up for departure under airfield lights. Engines spool, brakes release, and each aircraft launches into the dark sky. The surge is airborne. Hours later, as the aircraft reach the forward region, the pace doesn't slow down. C-117s touch down, and unloading begins immediately, without ceremony. Ramps drop, troops move out fast, and vehicles are unchained and driven straight off. Forklifts pull pallets into staging zones, and the flow never stops. Everything is designed for maximum speed on the ground. The same aircraft are not staying parked for long. They are scheduled to turn around and fly back, repeating the run again and again. More personnel are collected from additional bases, and the delivery cycle continues. That repetition is what creates real buildup. Steady, measurable, relentless. Airlift becomes a drumbeat. For the troops stepping off the ramp, the forward base becomes home for as long as the operation demands. There's no neat calendar, no guaranteed timeline, no clear endpoint. They grab their bags, follow base directions, and move toward assigned quarters. While they settle in, more inbound aircraft are already on the way. The buildup is in motion and still accelerating. Out on the airfield, maintenance operations run through the night. Fighters sit in rows on the apron, some in open air, some pulled into hardened shelters. Fuel trucks pull alongside each jet as crews connect single-point refueling lines. JP-8 is pumped in, while gauges are watched closely. Then hoses disconnect and caps seal shut. One jet is finished, and the truck moves to the next. Weapons teams follow with loading carts, moving with practiced routine. Missiles are mounted and locked. Guided bombs are lifted into position using hoists. Connections are checked, wiring harnesses are plugged in, and safety pins are inserted with visible flags. Every weapon gets a second look. Mount points, release mechanisms, alignment, and secure fit. No detail is left to chance, and the cycle repeats across the line. Fuel, weapons, airframe, avionics, controls, engines. Aircraft after aircraft goes through the same sequence again and again. By the time pilots arrive for briefings, jets are fueled, armed, inspected, and cleared to fly. That's what full-speed activation looks like. Not one dramatic moment, but non-stop readiness. And once that rhythm is established, it becomes hard to slow down.